Well, spring has finally arrived, and that means that summer is on its way at last. And it's only natural that our thoughts should turn to holidays, long hot summer nights, and owning a sporty little roadster that you can take the top off. The summer of '97 will be known for the return of the Roadster. BMW Z3, James Bond's choice, has arrived at last. Rover's MGF is going strong. There's the Alfa Spider, the Renault Spider, the Lotus Elise, Fiat's delicious little boat, the Barchetta, and of course the SLK, if you can get your hands on one. And for the return of the Roadster, we really have one manufacturer to thank, Mazda. When they proved to us that you can combine 60s style with 90s reliability and performance by bringing us the fantastic MX-5. After 6 years and with a new model just round the corner, it's time to take a look at the MX-5 and see how it compares to the new kids on the block. Like all its rivals, you buy an MX-5 for its looks and the fun factor, not for its practicality. Owning an MX-5 will certainly make you a far more disciplined traveller. There's not an awful lot of boot space, so if you're one of these people that likes to travel with a kitchen sink and then some, you can forget it. There's just about room in here for a weekend bag. But on the plus side, it's a bit of an antisocial car. 2 is company and 3 is definitely a crowd, which basically means that you're never going to have to be the taxi service to your local pub. The secret of Mazda's success with the MX-5 was to keep it simple. It's traditional driving the way it should be in a sports car. A front-mounted engine and rear-wheel drive that together dish out pure driving delight. There are 2 engines in the range, a 1.6 and the more powerful 1.8i, which really is the one to look out for. You'll get 120 miles per hour out of the 1.8. It'll do 0 to 60 in 8.8 seconds and packs 130 brake horsepower under the bonnet. Power that goes, oh joy, straight to the rear wheels. Strong points, but luxury isn't one of them. The interior styling is very basic and features none of the strong styling that you can see in many of the other Roadsters on the market. Now, to get the merest hint of electrics, of ABS, power steering, or even a driver's airbag, you're going to have to opt for the 1.8 IS, which will set you back an extra £3 grand. However, you'll find that what there is in the MX-5 is sensibly laid out and it all works well. And after you've been driving it for a while, you'll find that the simplicity is really part of the charm about the Mazda. And maybe those little luxuries aren't so important after all. The driving experience more than makes up for the basic interior. The Mazda has a snappy, sporty gear change. It attacks corners with relish. And sitting in the driver's seat, the handling is so responsive that you feel part of the car, an extension of it. And that means that you get the most out of the action. You and the Mazda become a team, rather than just a driver and a machine.
course, it's always worth remembering that in England the sun can very quickly give way to cold wind and rain, and you don't want to have to spend 5 minutes struggling to get the hood back up. And I'm happy to report that the Mazda's is a doddle, simplicity itself, that you can do one-handed from inside the car. There we go. Nice and warm and dry, and on your way again.
One other thing about the wet to remember, do treat the MX-5 very carefully in it. Too much throttle going into a corner and you could end up in big trouble. But for now, let's get back to that sunshine. And you're in the MX-5 with the hood down on an open road, and I tell you, it'll win your heart. It's driving cars like this that makes me realise what a fantastic job I have. And then they go and spoil it all by making me give it back.